Hello class, welcome again. In previous video, we have studied about the significant figure and scientific notation. Today we will study laws of chemical combination. There are some laws related to chemical combination. So let's start the topic. Okay. The first law is, and that is very important, first law is law of mass conservation. Law of mass conservation, very important law. This law was given by a French scientist Lavoisier. This law was given by Lavoisier and published by a scientist Landolt by experimentally. But first of all, we will understand what is the law of mass conservation, as you already studied in class 9th. Okay, but I am repeating again. Law of mass conservation. According to this law, in a chemical reaction, mass neither be produced nor be destroyed. So according to this law, in a chemical reaction, mass can neither be produced nor can be destroyed. Okay, in a chemical reaction, mass neither can be produced nor can be destroyed. It means mass is always preserved or conserved in a chemical reaction. The mass of reactant will equals to the mass of a product. For example, I am writing an example here. H2 and O2 gives H2O. You know very well about this reaction. Okay. The mass in gram, I consider here in gram 2 gram hydrogen. Okay. And here 16 gram. So the total mass of reactant is here 18 gram. Okay. Total mass of reactant is here 18 gram. Now we calculate the mass of a product. It's the reactant, it's the product. The mass of product 2 and 16. So the mass of a product will also be 18 gram. See, the mass of reactant and see the mass of product are equal. Okay. So this follow the law of mass conservation. This law was published by Landolt or experimentally proved by the Landolt, scientist named Landolt. How? He took a H-size tube. I am taking here the H-size tube. This is the H-size tube. Okay. Suppose it's the left side of this tube, it's the right side of this tube. He took silver nitrate in the left side and he took the NaCl at the right side. Okay. And he observed the mass. He observed the mass before reaction. Okay. He observed the mass before reaction, then he mixed both these solution. Okay, if we mix both these solution, then the reaction will take place. And which reaction will take place? The reaction will AgCl, the precipitation of AgCl and NaNO3 will form. First he observed the mass before reaction. Okay, then after reaction these products will be formed. These products will be formed or these products will be synthesized. Okay, and after the reaction or after the production form, he observed the mass again of this tube and he find He found the mass was equal before the reaction and after the reaction. The mass was equal. It's very important. The mass was equal before reaction and after reaction. This proved the law of mass conservation that was coined by Lavoisier. Okay, so Lavoisier is known as the father of chemistry because it's a very important law. Okay, so take the screenshot for this first. Okay, then we will understand the second law. Take the screenshot for this. Okay, second law. Second law was law of stable or fixed proportion. Law of stable proportion or fixed proportion. Okay, and this law was given by Joseph Proust. This law was given by Joseph Proust. And what was in this law? According to this law, when any compound, you know very well, compound is formed by element. In a compound, the mass of element remains always, fixed, or I can say the ratio of mass of element always remain fixed, whether you may synthesize these compound in any method. I am writing here, according to this law, what was said in this law? In a compound, the ratio of mass of elements always remain fixed. Whether the compound may formed by any method. Okay, I'm writing here the example. H2O. How can you form the H2O in many methods? H2O can be formed by the reaction of H2 and O2. H2O may be formed. Okay, in H2O there are two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. First of all, I am writing here the mass proportion. Okay, the mass proportion: hydrogen 2 gram, oxygen 16. The simple ratio will be 1/8. Okay, 1/8. Water can be synthesized by various methods, by this reaction, by byproduct, okay, by head pump, by pond, by river. Okay, but the mass of hydrogen and oxygen in water will always remain fixed. The mass of hydrogen and oxygen will always remain fixed according to the ratio 1/8. Okay, CO2 can be synthesized by various methods: C plus O2, CO2, CO plus half O2, CO2, by calcium carbonate, CaCO3. If you will give the heat, then it will produce CaO plus CO2. CO2 can be synthesized by various methods. In CO2 there will be the two element, carbon and oxygen, and let us find what will be the mass ratio of carbon and oxygen in CO2. In CO2, the mass of carbon will 12, the mass of oxygen will 32. Okay, the simple ratio will be 3:8. Okay, am I right? Yes, 3:8. So CO2 can be synthesized by various methods, but the ratio of carbon and oxygen in CO2 always remain fixed by the 3:8. Okay, this is the law of stable proportion. Now we will understand third law, that is very important, the law of multiple proportion. First you take the screenshot for this, then I will tell you the law of multiple proportion. Take the screenshot. Okay, another law. Law of multiple proportion. Law of multiple proportion, and this law was given by Dalton. Understand carefully about this law. Understand what is said in this law. According to this law, when two elements combine to form more than one compound, when two elements combine to form more than one compound, then the masses of one element combined with the fixed mass of another element in multiple proportion. First of all, I'm writing about this law, then I will tell you with example. Okay, so according to this law, when two elements combine to form more than one compound, when two elements combine to form more than one compound, then masses of one element combine with fixed mass of another element will be in multiple proportion. This is the law of multiple proportion. So let me understand this law from examples, you will understand. Okay, hydrogen and oxygen, these two elements form two compounds, H2O and H2O2. Okay, hydrogen and oxygen, these are two elements, they form two compounds, more than one compound, H2O and H2O. Let me see the mass of first hydrogen. Here the mass of hydrogen is 2 gram and the mass of hydrogen is 16 gram. Okay, here mass of hydrogen is also 2 gram, so there is no change in mass of hydrogen. But the mass of hydrogen, if the mass of hydrogen will fix, then the mass of oxygen in another compound will be in multiple will be in multiple ratio or multiple proportion. Okay, here mass of oxygen is 32. So compare the mass of oxygen in both two compound. Here 16 gram and in another compounds 32 gram. So the mass of oxygen is here. The ratio will be 1:2. This is the multiple proportion. Okay, the another will be 1:2, ratio 3, ratio 4, ratio 5 according to this law. The ratio will be oxygen in hydrogen and oxygen 1:2, ratio 3, ratio 4, ratio 5, ratio 3. Okay, I am writing the another example for this. First of all, you take the screenshot for this law, then I will tell you the another example. You will understand it carefully. Okay, take the screenshot. Okay, I am writing the another example for this law. Nitrogen and oxygen forms various compound of the oxide of nitrogen. N2O, nitrous oxide, laughing gas, you know very well. Nitrogen and oxygen form various compound. Okay, first nitrous oxide you know very well. Okay, laughing gas. NO, nitric oxide. NO2, N2O3, N2O4, N2O5. Okay, first of all we will take the mass of nitrogen, then we will write mass of oxygen. Okay, here mass of nitrogen 28 fix. The single nitrogen has 14 grams, so two nitrogen will have 28 gram. Okay, here oxygen 16, here nitrogen 14, oxygen 16. Okay, nitrogen 14 and oxygen 16, no problem. Here nitrogen 14, oxygen 32, no problem. Here nitrogen 28 and oxygen 48. Here nitrogen 28, oxygen 64. Here nitrogen 28 and oxygen 80. First of all, we will take the simple ratio of nitrogen or the fixed ratio of nitrogen here. First of all, we will take the fixed ratio of nitrogen. We will consider the fixed ratio of nitrogen. Okay, fixed ratio of nitrogen. Consider, suppose the fixed ratio of nitrogen is here 14. I am taking the fixed ratio of nitrogen 14. All of these compound I am taking the fixed ratio of nitrogen 14. So here 28 gram oxygen, then the ratio of oxygen reacts with nitrogen. Here 28 gram dinitrogen or 28 gram nitrogen reacts with 16 gram oxygen. Then 14 gram nitrogen, you know very well. Then 14 gram nitrogen will react with 8 gram of oxygen. I am here taking the half nitrogen. Then the mass of oxygen will also be half 8. Am I right? 8. Okay. Here you are taking 14. Okay, there is no problem. 14 gram nitrogen reacts with 16 gram oxygen. Here 14, no problem. And 14 gram oxygen reacts with 32 gram. 14 gram nitrogen reacts with 32 gram oxygen. Here you also taking the 14. Okay, so the oxygen will also be half, 24. Oxygen will also be half. Here oxygen will be 24. Okay, here you are taking the nitrogen 14. 28 gram nitrogen reacts with 64 gram oxygen. Then 14 gram nitrogen reacts with 32 gram. Okay, no problem. no problem. Okay, here 28 gram nitrogen reacts with 80 gram, then 14 gram nitrogen reacts with 40 gram. Okay, now I am taking the simple ratio of see here, or you can write it here. Okay, write it N2O3 here. You consider here N2O3 and here N2O4, here N2O3 and here NO2. Then take the ratio of oxygen at ratio 16 ratio, first take it 24, 32, same, no doubt 40. The simple ratio will be 1, ratio 2, ratio 3, ratio 4, ratio 5. Simple ratio will be 1, ratio 2, ratio 3, ratio 4, ratio 5. Okay, so when two elements nitrogen and oxygen combine to form more than one compound, then the mass of element reacts with the fixed mass. I am taking the fixed mass of nitrogen here 14. Okay, reacts with the fixed mass of another element. The mass of that reactant or that element will be in multiple proportion. This is the law of multiple proportion. Okay, this is the law for multiple proportion. Take the screenshot before I rough it. Then I will tell you the another law. And that is the Gay-Lussac law for volume of gas. Another law, Gay-Lussac law for volume of gas. This is very simple law. According to this law, when two gases reacts, then their reaction or the combination of these gases will in the form of or in the ratio of volume. I am writing here according to this law, when two gas reacts, okay, then their reaction will be in the form of ratio of volume. And another line I am adding here, if the product is also gas, then the product will also be related to the reactant. Okay, if the product is also gas, then it will also be related to reactant. Okay, it will also be related to reactant. Let's see the example. Hydrogen and chlorine form HCl. Hydrogen is gas, you know very well, and chlorine is also gas. HCl is also gas. So how will you write it? You will have to write it according to Gay-Lussac law, that one volume, Gay-Lussac law for volume, it will be counted in the form of volume because all the reactant are gas. So I will write it, or I will consider it, one volume dihydrogen reacts with one volume dichlorine to form. See, here product is also gas, so it will be related to reactant. So I will write it here. One volume dihydrogen reacts with one volume dichlorine to form two volume HCl, hydrochloric acid. I am writing the another example. H2 and O2 form H2O. Okay, H2 gas, oxygen is also gas, but water is liquid. So how will you write it? You will have to write it that one volume dihydrogen reacts with half volume dioxygen to form one molecule water. I am writing here the water as molecule because the physical state of water is liquid. It is not the gas, so it will be not related to reactant. So I will write it here. One volume dihydrogen reacts with one volume gas to form one molecule water. Okay, this is the law regarding to Gay-Lussac law. Okay, so first you take the screenshot for this, then I will tell you the another law related to this law, Avogadro's law and Berzelius law. Can I ref it? Okay, take the screenshot. Another law related to this law, Avogadro law. It is also related to Gay-Lussac law. According to this law, when two gases reacts and their volume is equal, then the molecule of gases will also be equal. Okay, when two gas reacts, H2Cl2, gas, and the form gives gas, HCl. Okay, so according to Avogadro, he say that when two gas reacts and their volume are equal, then the molecule of the gas will also be equal at same temperature and pressure. Okay, first we will count the volume. H2, one volume. Here chlorine is also in one volume. Okay, so the volume are equal, then molecule will be also equal. Here the molecule of hydrogen is 1, the molecule of Cl2 is also 1. So the volume is equal, then the molecule will also be equal. And Berzelius, a scientist named Berzelius, say that if the volume of gases in a reaction, the volume of gases is equal, then the atoms will also be equal at constant temperature and pressure. I am writing here this example. According to Berzelius, here the volume is equal, one volume. Then according to Berzelius, the atom will also be equal. Okay, so this is the law of Avogadro, Berzelius. Okay, and this is the law of chemical combination. Dalton's law will be studied in second chapter, atomic structure. Okay, so this is the law for chemical combination, very important laws. In another video we will study about the atomic mass and molecular mass. Then we will study the very important topic in chemistry, that is mole concept. Okay, so understand it. Thank you so much.